Hi guys, it's Carolyn with Crafting with Wine, and I'm coming back on to do another 2-page 12 by 12 scrapbook, all cut with my Cricut maker. And what I've been doing is catching up on all of my layouts that I need to do for my daughter. I've got, several albums started and not finished, and that's what I'm working on. And I'm working on them in no particular order. It's whatever I'm inspired to do and have the mojo to do at the time. So this layout, I have a green piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and then this orange stripe piece of cardstock that is 11.5 by 11.5, and this comes from a paper pad that I recently bought over at Michael's. It's Die Cuts with a View, and it's the orange blossom paper pad. And it's not Die Cuts with a View, it's Recollections. I thought it was Die Cuts with a View, because Die Cuts and Recollection is my favorite cardstock to use with Cricut, because it cuts like butter. So I really like this paper pad, and my daughter was with me at the time when I picked it up, and she said, "Oh, it's so pretty. I just love all of those colors." And it's like, okay, I'm going to make a layout work with these colors. So this layout, I have a 4 by 4. It'll hold a 4 by 4 photo, and the photo mat, the orange layer is 4.5 by 4.5, and the little green layer is 4.25 by 4.25, and I've got it popped up on Fun Foam, and I did that on purpose so it would stand off the background a little bit. Oh, and my tape runner doesn't want to stick to this for some reason. Let's see if we can force it to work. There we go. So that's the reason I'm using this paper. Off track there. And I'm going to lay it right up here in the corner. My next is my title, and my title is cut at 6.85 inches by 3.97 inches, and it comes from the Cricut cartridge Dr. Checkup. And it's layered up there and so forth, and I've inked around some of the edges, and I'm going to lay this flat on my layout. I'm going to put it right up here at the top as well. And then my next image is a little girl in the hospital bed with her little IV pole. And she is cut at 7.39 by 6.86. It's the little girl in the bed together with the IV pole that came in this image. It also comes from Dr. Checkup. This image was actually a little boy, but I went to paper dress-up dolls and took some hair from one of those images and then just layered hair with little ponytails on top. Now the little teddy bear I did as print and cut. Everything else is paper pieced on my layout except for the little bear. And my little teddy bear there is cut at 1.69 inches by 2.05 inches. And when this layout comes from when she was 9 years old, she's now 24, so you can see how that tells you how far behind I am. So, and when she was in the hospital for this stay, they gave her a little teddy bear And I'm going to put her right here. And this little section of the bed covers I got popped up on foam tape, and I did the same thing with her little arm, is all popped up on foam tape too. Now, my next image is to represent one of the little nurses that she had that was so spectacular. And my little nurse is cut at 3.98 inches by 6.29 inches, and she comes from Paper Dolls for Everyday cartridge. And I'm going to place her right here. And so that finishes the left side of this layout. So now let me bring in the right side and we'll get it started. And with this one, I have another big IV pole, and it is cut at 2.42 inches wide by 9.37 inches high, and it comes from Dr. Checkup cartridge. And I've got it, the medicine part, or whatever that part is called, I've got it popped up on foam tape. And I'm going to place it right down here. And then the little red cross is also popped up on foam tape. The bottle of the IV is on foam tape, and so is the red cross is also on foam tape. I've got two more photo mats that are 4.5 by 4.5. And again, I've got them popped up on the foam. I'm going to put them at the top of my page. I'll go right there. Excuse me. And my next image comes from the little Dr. Bear, is what he is. He's cut at 4.47 by 6.14. He comes from the Teddy Bear Parade cartridge, my all-time favorite Cricut cartridge. What is yours? Teddy Bear Parade is mine. And on his little stethoscope, I use silver glitter cardstock to do that. I've got his little top of his scrubs popped up on foam tape, and I got the center section of his face mask popped up on foam tape too. So it gives him a lot of dimension, and it looks like he's wearing his scrubs instead of his scrubs wearing him, is what I think. So I'm going to place him right here. Right there. And then my next image is a glucose monitor. This was the day that my daughter was diagnosed as an actual double diabetic. She type 1 and type 2. And this is kind of what her glucose meter looked like at the time. And what I did, I'll tell you how I've got it cut. I've got it cut at 3 inches by 4.34 inches, and it comes from the Slumber Party cartridge. It's actually a cell phone, and I just tore it all apart and add things to it so I could make my own glucose meter. And so I'm going to lay it down flat as well. I'm going to put it right here. And then the next thing is a hypodermic needle. And then I just drew the little lines on with my black glaze pen. And it was terrifying to my daughter. And it was excruciating, terrifying to me because I was having to learn how to give injections and do that kind of stuff. And the needle comes from the Home Organization cartridge. It's cut at 2.03 inches wide by 4.12 inches high. And I'm going to lay it down flat on my page too. I'm going to put it right about there. And so this completes my 2-page 12 by 12 in the hospital layout. I think it turned out really cute, and I had to use those papers because my daughter loved them. So I hope you guys give it a try, or that you like it. And then on a little side note, I wanted to let you know I did a video several months back about my favorite crafty tools, and I was contacted by Amazon Associates to start like a little storefront. I'm not actually selling anything, but it's all of my favorite things are in that storefront, and you would still buy, if you buy through my storefront and get those things, then it helps me a little bit, and I make a little bit of commission, which helps me to keep buying the things that I need so I can keep doing videos. So if there was anything on that you liked, or if you'd like to check it out, I'll have a link below in the description box. And I really, really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Cheers.